All right, there's a little bit more to talk about on defense because the rotations are a little bit different and they're a little bit tighter, and it's really easy to screw up and run into each other if you're not all on the same page. Here is what I think is one of the biggest problems that we have. And I talk about this almost every time I play Rocket League. Okay, so we were on offense. We took our shots down here. They finally get a good clear, ball comes back. That's all right. We've got a guy here at midfield that was waiting for that to happen. He read it, and guess what? He comes back here. Technically, he was third man on offense. He's about to be first man down here, okay? So we're going to call him the first man. He comes back, say the ball gets cleared out over here. He's going to drive from midfield and play back post. We'll wait and see what happens. We're not just going to sit here at back post. That's not what back post means. Back post, when we talk about back post rotation, it just means that I'm constantly, when I'm making my loop through here, I'm always going towards the offside of the field. If the ball's over here, I'm going over here to give myself a read and time to get to the ball. Obviously, we don't want to rotate over here when the ball is coming this way. How are you going to get in front of the ball? You can't. This is how you get in front of the ball. So he's first man. Ball's coming up the sideline. And this is where I always say, challenge early. And I will tell you why. Okay, here's ball. Ball's sliding down the wall up here. The 1 and 2 man that were down here are now 2 and 3. And they've got to come rushing back. Whoever just took the shot, say somebody crashed through here and tried to get an aerial shot on the goal and they landed in the goal. And they e-braked around and they're coming out of the goal. That's your third man. He just took the last shot. The guy that took the shot before that, or whoever passed it to this guy, what did he do on offense? He made his pass. He grabbed boost and he came back to here, right? As he was coming back to here, the ball went over his head. The ball came out. He's trying to beat the ball. Here's a mistake that we make. This isn't always a mistake. If you are this 2-man and you're rushing back and you can see that you've got a man down here ready, do not cut this ball. So what we do is we speed up here, we get in front of it, and we make this awkward flip at it to try to hit it and catch a 50 right there. Very best case scenario, we get some kind of insane pinch that shoots it back down here. Very low chance. What's probably going to happen is the ball is going to come to a dead stop right here because it's a 50. We used a bunch of boosts to get back in front of the ball. We didn't collect any more on the way because we're just trying to rush and get back to the ball. Okay, so the ball stops for a second. This guy that had the ball collects mid-boost and pushes it past you. Or we try to get this 50 here, ball goes straight up in the air, catches the roof, and falls out here in the middle. And guess who's there? Their second man to shoot a piss missile down here at the goal again. Another option, ball rolls off the wall, we go lunging and throwing our car at it, slap it off the sidewall, ball comes out mid right here. Piss missile, back of the net. We got to be more careful about how we're cutting this ball because a lot of times we're serving up a pass to the teammates or to the opponents that is better than the pass this dude was about to make, if he was even going to make a pass. We just send just a floater right here to midfield that they can come and just send a rocket right at our last guy here. If you don't see anybody back here, this is where communication needs to happen. This guy needs to be saying, I'm here, I'm ready, I'm back, I'm here. If he's not saying that, if he's saying, I got demoed, something happened down here, I got stuck, I'm out of boost, now's the time we got to try to make a play here, and the only reason we're making a play here is so this guy has time to get boost and get back here. We're not about to go from second man to turn ourselves into first man and head back this way. It's just probably not going to happen. We're just trying to slow this play down. Ideally, what happens is this guy back here communicates. He says, I'm here. And guess where we're going? Ball's here. We're cutting across midfield. We're going to back post. When this guy sees you coming, he knows he is safe to challenge. So the ball comes slow floater off here. This guy, maybe he goes aerial. He tries to get this out of the air. He's more than welcome to do that, even if he whiffs the ball, because second man is now at back post, and if he whiffs the ball, we got a second shot at it. This guy's going to be the slowest one getting back, but boost pads should be full, and he should be working his way back down here. And as soon as he gets here, he needs to wait for this guy, who was the second guy, to do what he was going to do. And then now he's at back post, and he's working into the rotation, okay? So we don't need to be, if we're third man, we don't need to run down here. This is another thing I see all the time. We come flying down here, ball, okay, first man whiffed. It's fine, we're here. This guy starts to go up towards it. Here comes third man, full boost, full acceleration, and intercepts the ball right here and flips it into the corner. Two man was airborne for it. So two man misses the ball, he lands out here. One and two are now over here. And third man just flipped the ball into the corner, ball ricochets right back right here, goal. That's the best you're going to get from this guy scooting back here. This is a last resort option. If there's somebody in front of you that can challenge, we got to trust them to just get the challenge, and we got to play behind them. And if they miss, we're ready to back them up as best we can. We may get screwed back here. We may be on an island, the ball coming on an awkward bounce and go in the net. But we've had two guys make good opportunities to go after the ball. What's worse is you coming down here, cutting into their way. So this guy has no idea you're coming, and you come in here and you intercept the ball that he's going for and slap it out of the corner straight back into their goal. Bad play. We don't need to be saving it towards the walls when there's no backup. And that brings me to the next thing. So that's about cutting the ball. We only want to cut the ball. And what I mean by cutting the ball is we're on our way back. Instead of going all the way to goal or going to the back post side and coming around, the only reason to cut the ball is because there's not somebody waiting here. So it's an emergency play. We've got to get down here as quick as we can. We've got to try to slow the play down. It's not technically a save. If I come in here and I pinch this ball to try to slow the play down, it's probably not, we're not going back on offense. This is just going to slow the play down enough that everybody can get into position and get boost. That's all you're doing. And it's way more risky than that sounds, because now you got a 50 or you're slapping it off the wall, just like we just showed. It's not always a good idea to try to cut that ball. It's better, if they're dribbling it up midfield and you're kind of with them and you try to cut across in front of them and cut the ball out of a dribble. That is not a bad play. The only thing is now, a lot of times you'll slow the ball down, the ball will pop up, and then they come and shoot a piss missile back into the net. So we really need to be careful about how we're challenging in transition, because a lot of times we're slowing a fast, chaotic play down for no reason. Like, what's this guy going to do? He's coming off the wall up here. Okay, at best he's going to shoot some wild shot down here that we're prepared to defend. And we're going to cut in there and disrupt something that probably wasn't very threatening, and we're going to drop the ball down in the midfield, center it for the other team, which is way more threatening. We got to stop cutting those balls so much. Not to mention, it makes this guy not for sure what he's going to do. He's going to start hesitating back here, because now when he sees his teammate rushing down the field, he's like, well, I probably don't need to go try to challenge, because my teammate is going to cut the ball, and then everybody's, from this example we just made, everybody on the field is going to be right here. All three players are right here. This happens all the time. Y'all see it all the time. Whether you're solo queuing or whether you're Dustin Malachi, if I'm talking to you, we end up in this position right here all the time. In a corner or on a sidewall as we watch the ball slowly trickling back here into the net, because somebody did something stupid like cut the ball at midfield and set it up for them right here. We got to quit doing that now. Another big part of it is just communication. If we'll communicate that we're doing that, then the back guy doesn't have to wonder. He'll just stay there. He doesn't have to go aerial and challenge that. If somebody says, I'm gonna I'm going to cut the ball, okay, then I'll just wait. I'm just going to wait and see what happens. Because the ball's not about to be where I thought it was going to be. The ball's going to be somewhere else entirely. At least I know that.